ban list friends. Wow.
These bottoms!
Some of them banned. Oh my god, am I getting banned?
These troubles! Sup? Avocados! So this is how it went down. I got banned. They didn't even tell me I got banned. Pen best deck, baby. And we're crushcards! Hi, team. Happy Monday, my curious cupids. Why are we curious? Well, because the ban list season is upon us. It is officially almost new sooner than, which means that's what our channel is now dedicated to.
And obviously cupids because, you know, it was Valentine's Day yesterday. We love y'all. Happy Valentine's Day from
You're
us to
all
y'all.
cute.
Everyone
You're
to y'all.
single, you're not because we're here. We're like a thruple, but there's like 23,000, so it's a 23,000 thruple. So here on the channel, we do the ban list discussion stuff a little bit differently. We have a series that you clearly clicked on called Breakfast and Ban List. We do our prediction and our wish list kind of in the same video, and we open it up as sort of a discussion. So we really encourage you to comment your thoughts below. Tell us what you think of our thoughts. Tell us what your thoughts are, and engage in discussion with everyone in the comments. This is a super engaging series where we like to have everyone kind of just talk about what they think is going to happen. And obviously the breakfast part, we're eating breakfast. And obviously product placement, we have these wonderful mugs. Wow.
And you know what? You matter.
Oh my god, you can get that on our Teespring and the shelf below. I think it's there. If
Yep.
not, go to our Teespring and find it. You can get it shipped right to your door just for you because you matter, babe.
Man, coffee just hits differently. It's so good. Ban list is always that content where everyone is really excited to talk about it because the ban list is, you know, it fixes the format fixes. It's been a couple months now. A lot of people are only seeing 1 to 2, maybe 3 decks here and there, and it's kind of gets repetitive after a while, even though, like, you'd think that we'd be used to it after, you know, a couple years ago where we had an entire year and a half of the same 3 decks.
Yeah.
But this is one of those formats where people are ready to see some changes already.
Yeah, well, I mean, VFD Pass is just kind of boring. And now that Konami is also doing extravaganzas and actual sponsored events, people are starting to see the rise of prominent decks and also the rise of problematic cards and problematic plays and things that probably just don't need to stay in the format anymore. VFD.
So just a reminder once again, this is what we think could happen, also what we want to happen, along with just, you know, like a little bit of brainstorming in the comment section down below. So we do encourage you guys, put your comments in the comment section down below and have that conversation with the community.
Don't be scared. No bites. Except Bottom's really hungry.
I'm hungry. And the bottoms, that's me.
So before we get into this video, if you guys are not already a subscriber, feel free to go down and hit that subscribe button, throw this video a like, and obviously throw in the comment section down below what you think is going to get banned, limited, and all that other good stuff.
Yes. We also have an Instagram. It's at crushcards YUGIOH. We're on there all the time if you want to interact with us a little bit more. And then, of course, we also have a super wholesome Discord community. It's absolutely bopping. I am in there all the time. We host tournaments every week. The Discord is a wonderful place if you want more friends. And then last but not least, if you want to further support the channel and all this chaos and all my Pakistans, we have a Patreon. We have merch. We have remote dueling sessions with us. We have mystery boxes. We now just made a $100 tier, which is actually really cool if you want to check it out. It means the world to us, but if not, that's okay. I'm just happy you're here to see our ban list content. Yeet.
All right, so grab your breakfast, grab your snacks, grab your coffee, grab whatever it is you want to have, and, you know, let's get right into this. Let's dive into topic number 1, banned cards.
The donut. Really quick before we get onto the band stuff, I did put polls on the community page for most of the things we're going to talk about. So if you ever want more engagement, feel free to check out the community page and always look at the polls. And it's usually pretty unanimous with the polls, but I like to see what you guys come up with. So that brings us to our first discussion, or lack of discussion, for the banned section. Our first card on the list
is one that Konami has unfortunately seemed to miss for the last, like, I don't know, 7 months, is VFD.
All right, moving on. Next card that needs to be banned by Konami ASAP was actually a point of contention on the community page. It was really split about 50-50, and I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on this. We have a lot of thoughts on this.
I have a lot of thoughts on this.
You may not agree, and that's okay. We're all here, namaste. We don't all have to agree, but we do all have to be nice. So here's our thoughts on Ben 10.
I'm gonna get mine out. I'm gonna try to do it as fast as possible with as little aggression as possible. This card does tilt me. So number 1, if I'm not mistaken, Ben 10 is searchable. It's not a hard once per turn. It also can search you anything that you need in the Drytron strategy. You need a Lancia, you can search it. You need a Herald of Orange Light, which is just another hand trap, you can search it. You need a kill button in Natasha, you can search it. You need a follow-up, which is your little Cyber Petite Angel or Extender, you can search it. Oh my god. You need a normal summon like a Manju or even an Eva or something else, you can search them all. And once again, I don't know if we stressed to this, but not a hard ones per turn.
And she's at 3 for those who have been living under a rock.
The argument to put this card at 1 is something that we have heard, we've entertained it and all that stuff, but I just want to bring your attention to one thing on the ban list. Block Dragon, the example in which you just may have seen, is one of those cards that is literally Cyber Angel Ben 10. It is the exact same card. It gets you follow-up, it gets you extension, it gets you interruption, it gets you anything and everything that you would ever need. And it never saw play in physical tournaments. So with Ben 10 actually seeing play in the remote duels tournaments now, with Konami actually sponsoring these events, I do think being it an old card,
almost as old as Brian.
this is one of those cards that can be a hit and actually not affect the Drytron archetype, but maybe just bring the strategy down to where it needs to be.
And I've heard the argument as well from like all 4 Cyber Angel players who are like, but my Cyber Angel deck, and I'm like, dude, a lot of decks have been hit that had nothing to... Trick Stars are literally unplayable because Orchest abused Light Stage.
Yeah.
This happens.
It just happens.
And unfortunately, I don't think your Cyber Angels are special enough to be saved. I feel terrible saying that, but like Block Dragon never even saw Konami sanction.
Never saw play.
No, not even play.
I never got to put Block Dragon on the table. Ever. It'll never happen.
It's not even that. It's that it never saw Konami sanctioned play.
Yeah.
We were still in a point where Konami was not doing remote duels yet. That wasn't even a thing. It saw nothing and it got banned outright. Meanwhile, Ben 10 is, I don't know, in like every topping event at this point. Drytron is in extravaganzas, qualifiers, you name it, it's there. And for some reason, people are like, oh my god, no, don't hit it, don't hit it.
No. Hit it.
No,
Hit
Block
it, please.
Dragon walked so that Ben 10 could run, and now Ben 10 needs to run off a cliff.
And for all the Drytron players out there, we know that this hit may seem a little radical. However, you guys get 2 brand new forms of support in the next upcoming set. The first of which is the rank 1 Xyz, which just arguably breaks the deck. Like, Ben 10 can't be a card when this is out. Like, it's way too good. And you also get the Lila, the Light Charmer Link monster, which just makes that OTK recycling a little bit easier and more accessible as well.
Her name is Lina, but you got the point.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we're in evil twin mode. But yeah, long story short, Ben 10 she's gotta go. Like, I get it. I get it if you want her to stay at 1, but I think she should be banned, and I hope to God she gets banned. Because I think Konami will look at it as like, oh, she's not a Drytron card, and like, I don't know. That's it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Yell at me in the comments. We're moving on.
And that literally just wraps it up for our ban cards.
That's
We're
it.
moving on to the cards that are going to 1.
So the limited section is a little bit tricky because there's a lot of things that like could happen but probably necessarily won't. Konami is unpredictable as ever. We never really know how hard they're gonna go, but you know what? We are gonna cover things that we kind of want to happen and that could happen all together. So this is a culmination. We're gonna try and break it down.
So the first point of contention is actually the Dinosaur deck. We, believe it or not, for the first time in any one of these videos, are very split. I feel one way, Logan feels the complete opposite way, but we'll go through it real quick and we'll tell you what we think about Dinosaurs.
So in terms of dinosaurs aren't really topping a lot of events, and if they are, they're kind of just making top cut here and there, kind of scattered out, because Drytron and Virtual World are obviously very good decks right now. Dinosaurs are kind of facing the lower end of the tier rank here in terms of competitiveness. I mean, they're still phenomenal. They're still a great deck. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, Misk is still a hella strong card.
Very.
But like, I don't think they're going to hit Misk. I just don't see it happening. They brought Misk off of the ban list. I can't see them hitting it again, even if it's like been a year or 2 later. I don't know. I just don't see it happening. That and Misk is like the one card that really helps protect that deck in terms of being like overall competitive. And I know we're getting the new Scrap Raptor card. I know it. I know everyone's like, oh my god, we don't even need Ovi, whatever. I don't even know. But like, if you hit Misk, it just loses its ability to like, I don't know, play through anything. Like, 1 Ash and the deck like dies, I guess, which I mean is a lot of decks. Maybe I'm just biased and vouching too much, but I do think that Fossil Dig could go to 1. I do not think we need to hit Misk. If we hit Fossil Dig to 1, I mean, you can't search it every 5 seconds. You do have to rely on opening it a little more. And if you do open the 1 Fossil Dig, what are you going to search? You're going to search Ovi? You're going to search another dinosaur? What are you looking for? So I don't think Misk is going to get hit. I really don't. Konami loves dinosaurs. I cannot see them banning Misk or even limiting it, honestly. Like, I really don't.
I'm going to try to keep my thoughts real simple. I think Misk and Fossil Dig both need to go to 1. The only reason that dinosaurs are not seeing play right now is because Dinosaur is the combo killer. We are not in a combo format, so therefore dinosaurs are kind of pointless to play. No offense to the dinosaur players. We love y'all. We love dinosaurs as well. However, in this format where turn 1 you set up a you can't play and then the other deck is also setting up a you can't play, that Misk interaction that says you can't play is invalid because it just gets negated. So once combo or once any other like mid-range kind of deck steps back up into the forefront of the metagame, Dinosaurs is just that deck that just tells it can't play as well. So like we have the you can't play countered now by the you can't play, and it just feels unfair. Like if, in my opinion, if we're gonna hit the decks that don't allow you to play or interact, we need to hit the one card in the main meta combating strategy that also says you can't interact.
But I would argue last format, it was what, a very heavy Dragon Link format, like super heavy combo format. Dinosaurs were fantastic. Konami didn't hit them. They didn't do anything. Exactly. It was a combo heavy format. Dinosaurs reigned supreme. They had no problem with anything, and they didn't get hit. People were baffled, yes, but I don't know. I don't know what needs to happen in order for Konami to hit them, but I'm with the Fossil Dig hit. He's with the Mist hit. Comments.
I'm Fossil Dig and Mist.
I think that would kill the deck, personally. I think that would be ridiculous. One Fossil Dig and one Miscellaneous Source. At that point, like, I don't want one of each. That's really silly.
I'll meet in the middle, and you can have 2 Miscellaneous Source and 1 Fossil Dig. Because as Logan said, that new Scrap Raptor card, have you read Misk is the meme? Have you read Scrap Raptor? That card is like a 1-card Synchro 8 with like everything else. The card is just insane.
I don't know. It's hard because the card's not out yet. Even then, like, the card's not out yet. They're not going to hit Misk when the card's not out yet. Like, that's my argument. I don't know. Comment section, you guys let us know.
Let us know. We're obviously we're very torn.
Pick a side.
And just on the topic real quick of Dragon Link, one of the cards that we think could go to 1, we don't know if it will, is Quick Launch. Quick Launch gets you access to a level 4, to a Dark Monster, to a Dragon, and to a Tuner that can pop itself and then just make a Synchro 8
Free
as
Savage?
well. Yeah, like it's just not a hard one to return. Also, like if we're being fair, Quick Launch is one of those cards where it's like it's pretty rough.
LP is not the problem.
Yeah, like LP is a good card. You know, just on Dragon Link real fast. Dragon Link turned 1 through 1 hand trap, or maybe even through 2 hand traps. Can it still play? Yes. But it uses 13 of its extra deck cards out of the 15. 13 of the 15 to end on a Savage and a Seals and like maybe one other card with like maybe 1 follow-up. So if your 6-card hand can't play through that, like it's not really LP's fault. So to hit the consistency and bring down the Quick Launch from 3 to maybe 1, we could see that. Does it happen? Maybe. Will it? Probably not, but it is definitely a point of discussion.
That's just kind of us trying to level out the playing field. A lot of these next ones are not things we think will necessarily happen, but things that could at least balance the field or like make people happy. I don't know. Wild concept.
And then just real quick, moving off into the engines, anyone who tunes into our streams, which are Monday nights, you will know that we are not big fans of the engine deck. And by engine deck, we mean like the Invoked, the Eldritch, the Dogmatica, the Shaddoll, the Zodiac, whatever.
Engine.deck.
Yeah, you can take all of them and throw them together with a bunch of hand traps and call it a 60-card list. You can take 3 of them and throw it together, call it a 40-card list. And it's just, I do feel like that deck specifically, the engines thrown together, they're very strong. However, like individually, they're not really that powerful. A lot of people seem to think that like Eldritch needs to get hit. A lot of people also seem to think that like Nadir Servant or the Dogmatica engine needs to be hit. On their own, we feel like they're just kind of fine, honestly.
Yeah, like on their own, they're not that bad. Like, I get it's annoying when they're all smashed together. It's like, oh my god, Nadir Servant and Shaddoll and Eldritch. Oh my god. Like, I get it. Trust me, I'm leveling with you.
It is frustrating.
But at the same time, I don't know what really I would hit from any of those decks. Like, I'm not going to hit every one of those decks because they're not on their own doing something. There's no sense to... I don't know. I just... Like, people have talked about Nadir Servant and maybe limiting Nadir Servant or bringing it to 2 or something. Maybe. I know the OCG has it at 1. I believe Nadir Servant's at 1. But, like, again, they've had it much longer than we have. I don't know. What do you guys think? And Nadir Servant is the only card I could think of hitting, if anything. Because God knows they're not going to hit Invoked. They never do. If you haven't seen our Invoked Eldritch profile, feel free to go check it out. We did it a few days ago.
And speaking of that, I also don't think they're going to hit Eldritch. Just like Eldritch, the Dogmatica stuff, it's brand new. Like, it's only been out, and they're all brand new cards. It's not like Drytron, where it's a bunch of new cards mixed with broken old cards. These are all brand new cards. So to hit these cards that came out like what, a couple months ago, it just doesn't feel right or fair. And I honestly don't think that the deck or decks mashed together is really super unfair.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I mean, I think the engine decks are like, yeah, they're kind of frustrating to play against, but like, I don't think they're OP. But that's it for the engine decks. Now we're gonna kind of segue in the limiting section to cards that we think could come off the list to 1. So we just talked about things that could go onto it, but let's talk about things that could potentially come off. I've said this in, I think, every single Breakfast and Banlist video for like the last almost year and a half. I think Colossus can come to 1. I don't think that's a hot take anymore. I actually, in the poll, I think 70% of you said that Colossus could come to 1, and not really a lot of people complained about it. I do think this is a format where like a lot of people are siding or maining Droll and Lockbird anyway because of Drytron. So like, put 1 Colossus in the game, and if we're not gonna hit Drytron, I think that's pretty damn balanced. That way, everyone doesn't have to be maining Droll and Lockbird or or siding Droll and Lockbird like crazy. People could actually, oh my god, pick up a different deck. It's called Thunder. Holy crap. And like with the Chaos Engine, don't even start with me about the Nemesis crap. I don't care.
It's bad.
I don't want to hear it.
No one's gonna do it.
You've said it in every video. It doesn't matter.
It's crap.
No one is playing those cards. They are not splashable. Get a kiddie pool, splash yourself in there because that's the only place you're gonna be splashing. Colossus can come to 1. Please don't at me. This is my take. Love ya, kisses. Let me know if you agree with me because you do.
And there's also just so many other outs now in the current format, or just like since Colossus got hit, that outs Colossus. We have Forbidden Droplets
For
now.
God's sake, yeah, Dark Ruler no
Dark Ruler no
more.
more. Like we have so many more
Anything.
cards now.
Like
People are
anything.
even like kaijuing in the main
Oh
deck.
my
So
God.
like, yeah, it's not really the biggest thing. Like you can Dingirsu it away. Like it's just, there's so many different things to get rid of this
Yeah,
card.
you can literally do anything. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Colossus to 1.
And then another really hot topic is Harpoor. Orcus Harpoor is one of those cards that we feel like could come to 1. A lot of people feel like it could come to 1. Orcus isn't really doing anything, and even though it was probably the most popular and the most powerful deck of the Eternal format, you literally don't see it doing anything right now. It got the brand new Girsu card. It got all the new Phantom
got
support.
Rusty?
It got Rusty back, and you still see the deck doing nothing. So I don't know. 1 Harpoor, I'd be interested to see what the deck can do.
This was another thing on the poll where it was a
Yeah.
70-30 vote. I think I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, it wasn't really much of an argument. People were like, yeah, 1 Harpoor is not going to do anything. If anything, it'll make the deck slightly more viable. Like, I don't know. And we know they're not going to absolutely nuke Drytron or Virtual World. So like,
At least give us other decks to play.
I know, right? Again, this probably won't happen because we all know how that works. But Electrum to 1 would be cool. Electrum,
It'd be great.
yeah, they just came out with Metal Foe support, and yet
Ton of it too.
they didn't bring Electrum to 1. I don't
Yeah.
really understand. I think they just want to like meme Triff and like be like, ha ha ha, you can't
Yeah.
have your card back.
I mean, it's a very good card, and the Pendulum like mechanic is still a very, very good and interesting mechanic. But like minus Triff and maybe like Jeremy Mitchell here and there, you don't really see Pendulum topping events or even seeing play.
Pendulum. And then last but not least, on the potential to come back on the limited list is Firewall.
Yeah.
Obviously, we just found out that Firewall is a confirmed ghost rare for Ghosts from the Past, and if you want to do our box break, it's restocking very soon. If not already, feel free to check out big3deals.com and use code crushcards5 to get your box break. We're going to be doing it live, baby. But yeah, Firewall will definitely be getting errata and coming back to 1. That's
For
not
sure.
really a question at this
Yeah,
point.
it
Obviously,
already happened in the OCG,
they're
right?
printing the card in a set in a month and a half, so it's coming back.
Probably coming to 1. And like for what it's worth, the errata, no offense to all of our Firewall fans, not that good. It locks you into Cybers, and it's a hard ones per turn. Like,
Pop.
yikes.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I don't know if they'll necessarily bring it back this list, but like, when else would they really bring it back? They're gonna have
Yeah.
to. I feel like they would just bring it back and be like, surprise, here's the errata. Also, like, I feel like it'd be weird to wait until the set releases and then do something about. I don't know. I mean,
It just makes the
granted,
most sense. It makes
I
the
don't
most
know.
sense.
That's Konami. I don't know how they do things there. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Let me know, comment section. But I definitely think Firewall's coming back to 1.
And then obviously, we're not a big fan of the semi-limited list. If I had it my way, Mally would totally come to 3, but I
Right.
know that everyone's gonna, you know, have a whole hellfire about that conversation, so we're just gonna let that topic go. God forbid we have extenders in the game.
Ah.
So moving right off into the unlimited section, I think the first one, this is something that we've talked about in the most, I think the recent 2 videos.
Yeah.
Mirage Stalio, we don't even
Yeah.
need to worry about it coming to 1, just put it to 3.
Yeah.
I honestly, like all the Salad players that we know, all 3 of
They're
them.
not gonna play
Yeah,
it.
they're not gonna play the card. It's just like, you can't, yeah, it locks you into the fire effects. Like turn 1, maybe it's still kind of good, but like when you go second, it's a dead card.
Yeah,
Like, just
like,
trying to
it's
access
just-
code, you can't.
The game has advanced so
So
much
far.
since Mirage Stalio got banned a year ago. Like,
Yeah, bring it back to
literally
3.
bring it to 3. Okay, the casual Salad players will be psyched as hell, but like, I don't think competitively that would be an absolute game changer. I really don't. I do think that cards from the Eternal format can start coming back, except
For sure.
Engage can stay
Yeah,
in
that
hell where
card,
it belongs.
that card can never, ever come back.
Yeah, you can hang out
Sorry.
in Dante's Inferno. Deep. Overlay 2 level 3s and shut the hell up, Engage. Last list, True King's Return came to 2. Is anyone playing that card? I don't know. Someone let me
No.
know. As I'm playing it, bring it to 3. I don't care. And just like that, we're already on the last card. This
That's
list
it.
is kind of weird. There's
Yeah.
not a whole lot that we feel like necessarily needs to get absolutely bodied.
Yeah.
Like, there's just some problematic cards and things that could come off and like,
I really don't think that this format is like super bad. It's
No.
like it's one of the more healthier formats we've had in
Yeah.
a while. Obviously, like the Drytron and the Virtual World
VFD
decks.
needs to
yeah.
go, obviously, but like take out those few things and like kind of give some. I'm hoping they'll bring stuff back to bring some more versatility and like excitement to
It's
the
pretty
format.
balanced, honestly.
Yeah,
I'd say it's pretty good.
I feel like it could be a lot of fun if Konami does this ban list right.
All right, so our last card coming from 0 to 3 tops. You want to take it away, buddy?
Well, looks like Bottoms ate all the donut, but that's okay because you know what we're gonna get more of? Maxi to 3.
You heard it from
heard
the
it
god
here.
himself. Tops, our sweet special boy. And that about wraps it up. It's kind of weird. This ban list felt kind of like, I don't know, not lackluster, but like weird? I don't
Small.
know. There's not a lot to complain about, which is so rare for Yu-Gi-Oh players. My god, everyone, let's
I know.
just haul.
It's pretty great.
Like, there's not a whole lot that we're upset about. There's really just 2 problematic cards that need to get hit, and then the rest is like, I don't know, maybe? Like,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be super bad if stuff didn't get hit, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I honestly, there's only 2 cards that I want to see hit, and like I want VFD
Yeah.
to be banned, and I want Ben 10 to be either banned or put to 1. Anything else, I could care less about. I honestly,
the rest is just bonus.
yeah, it's yeah, it's the little icing on the cake.
Yeah, so that's about it for the Banlist video. Make sure you are commenting everything that you think in the comment section down below. You can comment on other people's stuff. We will also be in the comments. We always
yeah.
are. As always, make sure you keep an eye on this playlist because we always do Banlist reactions as well. Oh boy, we love the content. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We have a lot of fun here. We do skits, we do deck profiles, pack openings, you name it, and let us know what you think. And I don't know. Let us know if we're wrong.
And one last thing, just real quick, I want to give a personal shout out to all the people from 3 months ago that were asking for Needle Fiber to be banned. It's literally not a problem anymore.
It's gonna be an ultimate rare!
And it's getting an ultimate rare, so shout out to
So
y'all.
excited. Also, Dragoon's not getting banned, sorry.
Woo!
But we love you. You matter. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you have a super duper awesome Monday, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Later, y'all.
Mwah!